that. And then I'm not sure why it does that sometimes out of the blue. You should be able to hear me better now. So we're going to drive forward. Um, so yeah, we had some big events that came in from employment numbers and unemployment, I should say, and from payroll. And it should not be doing bad right now. It should be doing good. So we're going to take a look at those. Let me know down in the chat if the sound is good now. You guys are saying it is. Awesome. I appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead, take a look at what we were talking about here. And then we're going to get into some charts. Check that stuff out and apologize about that sound quality. So I can't control technology sometimes, and this mic likes to do weird things to me. So here we go. Let's jump over there, check out the news, and then we're going to look and see what we got going on here today on the chart. So today, Friday, November 3rd, we had non-farm payroll come in. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we had here. So this is non-farm payroll. It was previous month for before October was at $297,000. So this is non-farm payroll. This will not include anything to do with farming because farming is a seasonal thing and will give bad data. Okay, so 297,000 previous consensus was that it was going to be at 180, forecasted to be 190. So they already projected that it was not going to be as good, but it actually came in much lower at 150,000 here. If you guys click this, you can actually jump in here and see what this is saying. The U.S. economy added 150,000 jobs in October, about half of a downwardly revised 297,000 in September, and then below the market forecast of 180,000. This report shows that the labor market is slowly cooling as several strikes, including from the United Auto Workers, weighed on the manufacturing payrolls. Job gains occurred in healthcare. So healthcare got 50,000 jobs, namely ambulatory health care services 32,000, hospitals 18,000. Yeah, look there, government who actually makes their money off of taking taxes, 51,000, which has returned to its pre-pandemic February 2020 levels, and in construction 23,000 jobs, social assistance 19,000 jobs. But yeah, overall payrolls in October were also below the average monthly gain of 258,000 over the prior 12 months, but remain well above 70 to 100K needed per month to keep up with the growth of the working age population there. So that's what happened with that. But here's the bad one: unemployment. Folks, what month is it? Where are we at? We're heading, this was October. This is for October. So we're heading into November, December. I don't know about you, but long before Halloween was ever done, I saw Christmas stuff all over the shelves, right? That means holiday shopping at that point has pretty much begun. You probably need to get people in and get them trained before Black Friday. Why is unemployment going up, meaning more people are losing jobs, when we're heading into the holiday shopping season? Historically, holiday shopping uh, created jobs for people because you had people that literally only did seasonal work at the holidays. So, oh yeah, I got a new coffee cup today. This is my newest one. Oh, let me get it in there. Here, let me bring you up on screen. There you go. Take a sip, buy the dip. That's what we do here in the morning. So, let's get back over here. Yeah, so the Lex Caliber said farmers block the highways out here. He's over in the Netherlands. Christmas, yes, exactly. And I can't believe that the job numbers, that the unemployment numbers are looking like this heading into holiday season. I think this is going to be really bad. This number should be going up, and we are seeing the opposite of that. Matter of fact, let's look at the chart here. I want to take a look here. And let's look at last year. Can we look back that far? There we go. 1 year, 5 year. Let's look at 5 year. Nope, that's not going to give us charts, is it? I want columns, please. Thank you. There we go. Okay, that's not going to help me either. You are not helping me at all here. I believe that if we could look at 2022, well, no, pandemic, right? Pandemic. That's a horrible thing. Yeah, guys. Bottom line is we should be going up on this. I may not be a macroeconomic specialist, but I've been following these long enough to know that this should be going down. Unemployment should be going down because we should have jobs coming in to adjust for the needed people to sell for the holiday season. There's increased buying, which means there's increased employment needs. So, okay, moving on. How did this play out, though? Looking at this data, it played out by making the likelihood of us pausing even higher. It's now 90.2% for December. Let's look at January here. 84.6% for January with a 14.8% chance of a rate hike. You remember this was actually like 25, 30 we were looking at in there. That has changed. So we're now looking at a 21% chance of a rate cut in March 2021. So um, looks like what we needed there. And there's a whole article I'm going to go over here in a second that actually breaks down why it's a bad thing for all of the workers. I never want to see people be without a job. I never want to see people be without the ability to pay for their families' needs, right? But for the markets, kind of a good thing. So um, let's look here and see how we're looking on the liquidations for the past 24 hours. 24 hours, please, right there. Looks like a total of 51,919 traders liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $132 million in the past 24 hours. Largest single liquidation happened on BitMEX. It was XBT again. It was $2 million. So there you go. That's what they had go on there. $2 million single liquidation. Shout out to the person that has that much money to waste and throw away without a stop loss. Let's go over this because, of course, we have to talk about this. Sam Bankman-Fried found guilty of fraud and conspiracy. I think everyone and their mother knows this. We're just going to read the top summary here. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried convicted of multiple fraud and conspiracy charges Thursday, bringing an end to a month-long trial in which prosecutors accused SBF of stealing and using billions of dollars from his own customers. So this is where it's more important to me. This is where it's more important to me. Yes, SBF went to jail, but there are still victims in this crime that are not part of fraud charges. Okay. Um, those fraud charges are how he managed funds and lost people's money. But you still have victims in there that get nothing out of Sam Bankman-Fried going to jail. Might make him, make them a little bit happy, but it is not making them whole. FTX trial fuels frustration and anger for traders who lost money. Crypto investors who had funds on the platform are waiting a verdict in the trial of the co-founder, Sam Bankman-Fried. So for crypto traders who had money on FTX when the platform collapsed last year, Sam Bankman-Fried's trial has been morass of anger and disbelief. The disgraced co-founder's turn on the witness stand was particularly infuriating. And there's a guy here. Who is he? Here we go. Ryan Goodwin. He's a crypto trader in England. He said that the trial was a painful reminder of how he fell for the company's false promises. The 22-year-old once had as much as $160,000 worth of crypto on FTX before removing most of it as the platform ran into trouble last year. He still has about $5,000 of his money stuck there. He's actually one of the lower end ones, guys. Um, it seems like Sam's defense was that he didn't know what he was doing, what was going on in the company. And I'm not a legal expert, but that seems like a poor argument. Dude, you are correct. That is a very poor argument. After roughly a month of testimony, the case is now with the jury. Sam Bankman-Fried, who was once worth as much as $26 billion, faces decades in prison, which T-Shroom talked about this morning on Investing Bros. He's going to spend years in prison. However, this does not make these people whole. This entire bankruptcy is still going on. So you got to remember, while he's sitting in prison, it may not ever make someone feel better because they've lost life savings. There's people that lost life savings. So screw SBF, and I'm glad that you're going to jail, dude. Let's talk about this. This is the 2-year yield sinking. I know T-Shroom showed this a little bit earlier, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse, and I don't like to step over and redo what he's already done, because that's how we work. We're family, me and the Investing Bros. So, but we're talking about it here. U.S. 2-year yield sink 14 basis point after the jobs and market wrap. So the U.S. hiring cools to 150,000, which we've already talked about. Unemployment rises to 3.9%. Reaffirmed right there. Stock futures rose and bond yields fell after signs of a labor market slowdown bolstered speculation of the Federal Reserve and bolstered speculation that they're done with interest rate hikes. Okay. S&P 500 futures signaled the equities will gain a fifth straight day. The gauge is currently on pace for the best week since November. November when? This is the first week. Are you talking about November last year? Don't know. I think they're missing something here. Can I buy some more sentence in this article, please? Um, the 2-year yields retreated 14 basis points to 4.5%. The dollar fell. Swaps for January show that only a 20% chance of one more Fed hike, with the market pricing the first rate cut by June instead of July. So there you go. That is what happens when people lose their jobs. It makes the markets bullish. So um, let's take a look here on X marks the spot. I do have something for you because, by the way, I got all of my data yesterday for SBF being found guilty. I got all of that off of X before I got any notifications across all of my news apps. So there you go. Shout out to X, best source for news out there. Here we go. This is the Kabisi letter breaking. U.S. economy adds 150,000 jobs in October, below the expectation. Unemployment rate rose to 3.9, above the expectation of 3.8. What does this mean? What's the so what? Kabisi letter, break it down for us. This means the U.S. economy has now added jobs for 34 consecutive months. Okay. Is the labor market finally beginning to see some weakness? And it goes into a little thread here. Unemployment still stands at historically low levels. The Fed said the higher unemployment is needed to lower inflation. They might like this report. Go back. What did you do that for? There we go. Sorry about that. I was zoomed in and it jumped on me. This is the highest unemployment since the February 2022, but unemployment still stands at historically low levels. Unemployment is up from 3.4% in April 2023 to 3.9% in October. Hourly wage growth is lower, so people are not getting pay wage increases as much as they should. And September job estimates were revised downwards. So the stuff that came out in September, they have now revised and made it lower. Remember me telling you guys that there's a lot of manipulation going on in the numbers. They'll put out numbers to make things look okay now, but then later on, when no one's looking at last month, they'll go back and inject a little change into that number so that it actually is what it was, which is not what you wanted to see. So, yeah, the job numbers that they had in September, they have now been revised downward. So they took it back and said it actually wasn't as good as we said. But yeah, hey, you can trust the Fed, man. The unemployment numbers, yeah, this is that. I think we're good on this. Let me go back and double check. I want to make sure there's the whole thread here. And then I clicked something because I got on a FedGov thing and, they trigger me. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Charts, that way. All right. Let's go see what happened with Bitcoin here yesterday, guys. Looking at a 4-hour chart here. So I told you guys yesterday that this was a bullish pattern and that it looked like we were going to be breaking to the upside because this ascending wedge, right? Well, we did. We broke up there. But a little something happened here along the way. We got this little red check mark right there. That is a chart prime indicator that says, hey, bro, I know I told you buy. I told you to buy down here. I gave you a strong buy signal. However, look, take profit one. A little bit of steam loss here. Hey, we have a reversal in volume going on here. You might want to close out this trade. That's what that means. If you get a max profit, that definitely. This means like if you took out, one third, and you had a third still running, no, you probably want to get out of that if you see this. But we got the red check mark. So down we came. There's the indicator. Everyone asked me yesterday, hey, was there a possibility? Was there a possibility that we could have seen the downside turn here? Yeah, there was that red check mark right there. So shout out Chart Prime. We came down. We broke above the upper trade band here. Now we are coming back down. We're breaking below that trend line. That trend line was that ascending wedge line there. Here's something that occurred. Check this out. This could be considered a retest. This might be ready to come down. I told you if we couldn't hold this, this is my next target right here. So I'm going to be watching this range here at about 33,400 here on Bitcoin. Bellins, got a word for them kind of people in the UK, Bellins, okay? The gentleman, Rick Wilson there. Others pleaded guilty and cooperated with feds as a plea deal. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Absolutely. Crypto Billy's talking about the other people that it wasn't just SBF. A lot of people pled guilty. Matter of fact, most of his circle of friends. And then they turned around and devoured him in the pack. The pack turned on the leaders. So in exchange for plea deals. So Bedred and Piper banks do what SBF did using people's money to buy and loan. Oh, banks do? Yes, but not the same way, bro. What banks do is called reserve banking, fractional banking, which they say they don't do anymore, but we know that it happens still. What SBF was doing was like straight up embezzlement. Yeah. So like the oldest of crimes. So a little bit different than what banks do. But yes, you're right. Banks do lend out our money all the time, but that is through the legal government way of using our money. So there we go. Back to Bitcoin here. It does look like we are getting some upside on the 4 hour here, but I would like to see a curvature of the oscillator ribbon down there to make me feel comfortable with that. Let's go take a look at Solana. Solana has fallen back below the 236 here, and now that is our resistance, but we do have a nice trend support coming in below. Again, I told you my target, if we lose support, is going to be back down here at about 29.43. That is a long drop for a Solana, just so you're tracking, guys. Hopefully it stays up there where it's at. ADA is looking strong. So ADA is holding it in there right now, making a little flag up there, it looks like. So be mindful. We do have that red check mark from this strong buy signal back here also. Take profit one, take profit two. However, we are sitting just like right in the middle here. I would not be surprised to see us wick up to 33.3 before rejecting back down into range. And let's go ahead and throw on some stuff here. Hold on. Let's get some things on this chart here. Do I have fib retracement? I do. Yep, we're on a 382 right now. So, fixed range volume profile. Do we have that? Can I get a little fixed range in here? Oh, you're from way back there, bro. We need to move you forward. Hold on. We're gonna need you to move all the way forward here, bro. Dude's like Throwback Thursday there. All right, here we go. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we're right. Jesus. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go with this. If we cannot get above the 382 here, you can see the value area high is all the way up here. Yep, that's value area high. So we do have that all the way up there. I would say that if we can't hold this 382, we are going to come back down to the. We got an order block here. We've got the 236 here. We got the trend assist here, and that dash red line is the point of control. This is the target that I'd be shooting for in ADA, which is about 29 cents. Not a big drop there. So um, if it does, you know what to do. Take a sip and buy the dip. So that's what we do. Love the coffee, man. All right, let's go check out some more assets here. And then I'm going to have to hop off because I've got another appointment with the VA. I don't know if you guys know anything about the VA, seen it in the news or anything like that. Veterans Affairs, medical, not the most timely, and you definitely don't want to miss an appointment or you'll never get back in. So, all right, guys, looking at Ethereum here. I said that we had kind of were just trading. Look, we're just trading right here in between the value area low and the value area high. It looks like we're just crabbing here. And then all of a sudden we shot up. We hit that upper trade band of the predictive ranges and wicked right back down. Again, folks, that trade band, that upper gold, that lower gold, the delta median, we typically trade between here. And we literally rejected perfectly off of that. So let's bring that back up like we left something. There we go. Now we are sitting, and our support is the point of control here in this little range. So we'll see if that holds. I'm not too concerned about ETH right now. It's at 1800. I think that it still has not performed near what the other alts have during this past run here. So it is very likely that ETH has a lot of oomph in it. That chart, if you guys are wondering, that you saw on the thumbnail this morning, that would be this chart here. That would be the Dixie. And the Dixie has now broken. Looks like, let me do this little trend line here because I think we got a trend line going here. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. Looks like we're trying to break that trend to the downside here. It looks like a broadening wedge. Got a little broadening wedge going on here. So, and yeah, that's what it looks like. Could we break out of this? I don't know. This could be a bounce to the back to the upside. Guys, don't be surprised if later today they don't go, hey, I forgot we don't care about all this other stuff. And then this starts to come back up, which brings down all the markets. But as of this morning, the reason everything's moving good is because the Dixie's coming down and so are the yields. And yeah, if you haven't done that, smack that like button per what Crypto Billy said. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Let's go take a look at Chainlink. Then we're going to take a look at gold. Chainlink still sitting above my T-box here. This is the range that I said we have to hold as support. We literally touched it back here before it ever, when I first had this here, I said, if we come down, this is the range I'm watching. Well, we touched it there. We came up. Looks like we got close here, but that trend assistant gave us a little bit of a oomph there, a little bounce. But it does look like everything is poised like on here to go to the upside. Matter of fact, if you look at most of these, this looks like it's about to curve. Of course, I want more curvature there. What she said. Sorry about that. Let's see what else we got here. Good Lord. Is Gia in here? Hopefully Gia's not in here. I can't be offending my lovely mods in here. So not that you're not lovely, Crypto Billy, but I would drink a beer with you and talk mad crap. Um, the gentleman in me can't allow me to do that in front of Gia. Let's go take a look here at Caspa. Caspa is running hot today, guys. God, I told you this golden pocket. I saw downward broadening wedge on almost every crypto chart yesterday. Yeah, that's true. It was. We got all this bounce going on here in the golden pocket. This is for Caspa. Caspa heading back up to the order block here, but we do have a red trend assistant up here above. Be watching for that rejection on the 887 right there. If I bring this down, you'll see the 887 in line with that trend assistant right there. So there's what you're going to be looking for your rejection point. Of course, this would be this nice ranging here, and if you were trading this, you could just clean house on it. So that is Caspa. Let's go look at gold. See how gold's holding up in comparison to the dollar. Gold getting a little bounce down today, retesting that 65% there. Why are you 65? You're supposed to be 66. I use the 66 on my golden pocket. Sometimes I have old ones in here that just pop in out of nowhere. So yeah, there we go. We have the golden pocket right there that we just retested on gold. I still think gold's heading to the platinum pocket, folks. I really do. We're going to head into a recession eventually, or recession-esque, as people start to lose jobs and stuff. So once that happens, I do believe we're going to see gold pump up there. Looking at the US 30 for the day, this is going to be your Dow Jones futures here. It's getting a nice movement today. Let's look at the ES1 here. It's your S&P futures. Nice pump out of the golden pocket here. And then NASDAQ on its way up. Looking at Tesla here, up 3% today. Shout out to my Tesla portfolio. It's much appreciated in this pump today. And then looking at Google here real fast. Google got a green candle on here. Clean Spark for my Clean Spark people out there. Looking at this 50% at 4.71 here as its resistance. It's going to have to get above that and prove that as support. But you can see if you had my charts, my stuff on my charts that I show you guys all the time and put them on yours, perfect touch on the 618 there for the bounce. So that is about it, folks. Let's go ahead and jump out here. Guys, lot of huge things going on in the economy, a lot of back and forth with ETF, and then you've got unemployment numbers, holidays shopping's coming up. You've got people trying to close out here soon. They're going to be doing their whitewashing on their stuff. Doing their whitewashing to try to get their taxes set up so that they can go, hey, look, I got losses I can claim. So they got to do that. You got months ahead of you, and you're not too late to be DCAing. I do think that we will have pullbacks to get even more. Don't FOMO in on this stuff. Yes, that is the platinum pocket, bro. But so what we are going to do is we're going to call it done here. But I want to remind you guys, Monday morning, OC guy from the Chart Prime community is going to be joining me as my co-host. The man is a brilliant analyst. He is really good at laying out and explaining stuff in charting. And we're going to talk about news. We're going to have more discussions. And basically the premise of the show moving forward is going to be two guys having morning coffee together, talking about the markets and the charts and taking a look at what they want to invest in that day. If that's the type of content you like, then keep coming to Piper Academy. It's going to be the Piper and OC show. If you put that the other way, that's the OP show, and that's what we're trying to bring you guys. Something overpowered. So I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't forget, today we've got Investing Bros. Somebody let me know in the chat what Investing Bros has going on at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. I believe it is going to be over on Discord, but it might not be. It might be on YouTube. I don't know. If you are in the Investing Bros community as a member, take a look. Get on there, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. It's either on Discord or on YouTube. You need to be there. I will see you guys on Monday for the new episode, for the new stream with OC Guy doing the show for you all. And you guys have a safe weekend. Trade safe. Stay primed. I'll check you later.
That was awesome, dude!